Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about Google Slides. I'm going to share my screen and we will get started. Okay, guys, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my drive. If you do not know how to get to your drive, go to google.com, click on these little group of boxes. This is your app launcher, and go to Drive. Alright, guys, when you're inside of your drive, go to New and come down to Google Slides. Alright, guys, Google Slides is just like PowerPoint. If you have used PowerPoint in the past, you will have no problems with slides. Alright, guys, if we look up here, our presentation does not have a title yet. I am going to give it a title. It's asking me to choose a theme first. I'm just going to keep it simple, light. You can choose any of these themes that you wanted to. But for today, we're just going to keep it simple. All right. Also, guys, I want you to notice down here in the lower right-hand corner, slide size. Right now, it's set to widescreen 16:9. If it's not looking right on your screen, you can change it to standard 4:3 or another wider screen. I'm just going to keep it on its default setting right now, and I'm going to hit OK. Alright, guys, I'm going to click up here and give it a title. Let's rename it. Alright, I'm going to call it Sample. Alright, guys, with any Google product, any Google app that you're using, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Forms, any of those, every time that you make a change to that doc or presentation, it automatically saves. So when I add the title here, sample, into this slide, you notice this little file folder right here. And I click it. It shows me that it's where it's saving. It's saving directly into my drive right now. Every change I make to this document is recorded and saved. So if the power goes out and you're in the middle of creating a presentation, as soon as power comes back on, you sign back in, all your work will still be there. Let's go over some of the features of this, guys. The file button is, very similar to what you would see in PowerPoint. You could do a new slide, new doc, new sheet from right here. You could open one. You can rename this document. To make a copy is a little bit different. This is an interesting feature. Say you have a template that you're using for your presentations. You can make a copy of that template and use it for another means. So say I have my template created, and next week I want to do a different presentation with the same template. I just go to the original template, make a copy of it, it puts it in my drive, and now I can work from that copy and not mess up my original. This allows us to move it within folders within Drive. You can also import slides. I have some slides already created, some slideshows. So I could choose one of these and import that slideshow into this one. Or I could go search for some slideshows if I wanted to. Revision history, guys, shows you every correction and change you've made to this presentation. So if you needed to go back 3 things ago and find out what you did, you can. Now, the revision history is very important when you're working as a group of people. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the presentation, where you can actually share this out and multiple people work on the same presentation at the same time. This will come in handy. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Now, this is an interesting feature, download. So you have a presentation and you want to email it to somebody and they want it in Microsoft Word, or they want it as a PDF. This allows you to do that. You can download it as any of these formats: Microsoft PowerPoint, PDF document, a PNG image, a JPEG image, any of those. So if you need to download it as a different format and send it to somebody, this enables you to do that. And these are pretty self-explanatory, guys. The edit buttons are just your basic undo, redo, copy, paste. View is just how you're viewing the slides, the size. The insert, now there's some very interesting features here in the insert tab. There's your standard text box, but I'm going to show you the image real quick. Okay, in a PowerPoint, if you want to insert an image, you have to have that image saved somewhere on your computer. You got to go to insert, you got to go to picture, and you got to go find the file. Say I don't have one right now. I need a picture of George Washington. I'm going to go to search. It's going to pull up a Google search. I'm going to type in Doing the George Washington search, there he is. I like his picture. I'm going to select the picture and hit select. And here in a few seconds, there comes our picture of George Washington. All right. Let's say I want to do insert a video. It's going to allow us to search YouTube directly. So let's do George Washington again. Here's a video on George Washington. I preview it. It's good. I like it. So I'm going to hit.
Hi everybody, this is
select.
Ben Muller.
All right. So I'm going to move this here. Move our picture of G-Dub right there. And now I can have his picture. I can have the video. You know, I can insert my text box right here. You know, and write some facts about George Washington. Oops. Wrong button. Sorry, guys. Facts of G-Dub. All right. So that's all. That allows you to do all that just from this insert tab. You can search Google directly, which I think is very helpful. You can add a web link if you needed to. Here's your word art. You know, all the shape tools that you have. We'll talk about the comment here in a little bit. And if you watch the Google Docs video, you'll notice the special characters. I kind of just discovered this today playing with it. If you need to add, if you wanted to add an emoji, we can come here to this and emoticons. There they are. We could add them. If we need to add, Braille to this, we could. Currency, geometric shapes, anything, guys. That's pretty interesting. I just actually discovered that today. Your format is just, your text formatting of your slide. The slide tab, you can do a new slide, duplicate slide, delete. It's all applied to edits to the slide. The arrange, same thing. How your slide is arranged. The tools is your spelling, your research. Same things you would have in, say, Word documents. Insert a table. All those are pretty self-explanatory. Here's some features on your this toolbar. Here's how you add a slide. You can just add the generic slide, or you can pick your template. You could do a blank slide. Undo, redo, your paint tools, your zoom. Here's some shortcuts to the text box and the image and the shapes. All right. Here's that comment again. Let's get to talk about that real quick. As I have said before, the best feature about Google and the Google apps is the ability to share and collaborate and work on stuff together. The ability to share with people. So I want to share this document with some of my coworkers, my fellow ITRT. So I hit share, and all I have to do is type in their Google accounts, their Gmails. There's Jason Hicks, Daniel Vanover. Here is Kevin Marcus. Hi, guys. I could also type a note, explaining what we're getting ready to do, what I need them to do in this presentation. I can give them these options, whether they can edit it, whether they can only make comments, or whether they can only view it. If I want them to proofread it and leave comments what I did wrong or right, I'd want them to comment. If we're actually working on this together, I'm going to give them full editing rights. And say I'm done with it and I want Jason Hicks to take the lead, I can even change ownership of this document. Let's see here, by clicking on the advance button. And after I shared it, see, right now I'm the owner. Once I share this, all these gentlemen's names will be right here. I could click on Jason's name and change him to being the owner. I'm not going to send it to them. I'm not going to bombard them today with a bunch of stuff. But that's how you share with people. So once I've shared with them, now we can leave comments for each other. I can leave a notification. I can send them an email, or I can just add a comment. How do you like this slide? Then they can respond back to me. We can work on this, all at the same time. This would be great for group work, doing projects in your classes. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. I'm going to unshare my screen real quick. There we go, guys. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email. Have a great day.